Hello everybody, this is Scott, and yes, this is Guild Wars 2, and I will be showing you another build that is meant to be is about to be a mid-range build with the Scepter and using heavy focus on the spirit weapons. I have chosen these three spirit weapons for extra attack, and I chose the Shield of the Avenger for some defensive abilities, which are going to be very helpful to you, especially considering the range while using a Scepter and a Focus. You are probably one of the most vulnerable positions for this class. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to quickly show you my layout for my skills and traits, and I'm going to explain to you why I chose them. I put 20 points in Zeal. Zeal is probably the most hated of all of the trees, but there are some good skills in here. Spirit weapons are not destroyed when commanded. This will allow you to use your spirit weapons for more attacks and therefore will do more damage. And spirit weapon skills recharge 20% faster. So all their attacks will will be able to be used much quicker. Let me turn down the sound for you. There we go. And now we're going to go back to our traits, and now I put 30 in Radiance. Why did I do this? I put the 30 in Radiance for critical hit chance with one-handed weapons increased by 15%. You'll see why that's such an important thing in a minute. Then I also got Spirit Weapons cause burning. This will be very important also, considering the Shield of the Avenger has a AoE attack, and all of my weapons will be attacking. And then I got, when you apply burning to a foe, remove a boon. This will be very useful in PvP because it'll allow me to remove boons from my opponents, but the downside is I can only remove one every 20 seconds. So there are issues with that current idea. Then I got 10 points in Valor for lose a condition every 10 seconds. This is going to be a very useful thing, especially combined with your Signet of Resolve, because in PvP you will be suffering a lot of DOTs. Rangers, Mesmers, all of them have some sort of DOT, and you want to be able to defend yourself and remove them. And this will do a passive defense, so even if you don't choose your Signet of Resolve for your heal, it won't matter because you have that constant removal of boon every 10 seconds, removal of effect every 10 seconds, which is very beneficial to you. And then you have your last one, which is 10 virtues, which increase spirit weapons last 50% longer. Since the spirit weapons will be your main source of damage, you always want to have one out on the field. So you can easily keep these linked together, like, okay, I send in my Sword of Justice. Sword of Justice dies. It's on cooldown. Then I summon the Hammer of Wisdom. Hammer of Wisdom will fight. By the time that happens, there will be about a 4-second difference between that and the Sword of Justice respawning. So when Sword of Justice goes, I can hit it, and then it'll attack, and then I got my Hammer of Wisdom, and that'll be another 12-second reduction. Actually, it'll be a 6-second reduction, so you'll about have 6 seconds and 4 seconds when you can't have a pet out, not counting your Shield of the Avenger since it's not an offensive item. And then for your ultimate, it really depends on your own personality, and that is because I chose Tome of Wrath for the sake of an offensive one, but you can choose any of your racials or the Mistfire. These will not have any effect on your current build. It's all based on your own playstyle. For the equipment, I have chosen, in PvP, I have chosen the Lissa runes. Why did I do this? The Lissa runes will give me more precision to increase my chance for critting, and crit will be a very powerful tool considering that the regular attack of this is actually very low. It doesn't crit, and critting is going to be your main source of damage. I also picked up the PvP Knight's Amulet for an increase in my crit chance and an overall increase in my vitality and power. Since Guardians have very low vitality ever since the earlier nerf way back when, we've always needed some way to counteract the negativity. And while armor is very useful, it doesn't protect you all that much when you only have a couple thousand hit points. We are about tied with some of the elementalists who can stack up with their dagger builds. Then I equipped my Scepter, and I chose the Focus. You do not need to choose Focus, but I do recommend getting Sigil of Superior Fire. Sigil of Superior Fire is an AoE fire attack and does a lot of damage. You want to be able to dish out a lot of damage, and it only has a 5-second cooldown. And then for your last weapon, I just chose the PvP Hammer, but no matter what weapon you choose for offensive will not hurt the main idea of this build. Just to make sure whatever you're using you feel comfortable with, and you will perform just fine. So now we're going to test this build, so hit the link that's somewhere like in this video. Maybe it'll be like up here, or maybe I'll just have it like cover this. or I'll probably just put it up here. So I'll be right back with the actual video testing and to explain the logic behind the build and how to play it efficiently.